Have you ever grasped a living piece of American history, something engineered with such precision that it feels more like an extension of your own instincts than a mere object? Firearms, for generations, have embodied strength, security, and pinpoint accuracy. But what happens when your body starts to feel the years, and that strength becomes harder to summon? Is it really the case that growing older means giving up the right or the ability to protect yourself or enjoy a full day at the shooting range? A lot of folks think so, but firearm innovation is moving fast, and we're now seeing smart, thoughtfully designed guns that solve these problems without cutting corners. Today, we're going beyond basic firepower and diving into 7 exceptional firearms that bring ultra-lightweight construction and impressively soft recoil into the spotlight. These are ideal for experienced shooters who want control and comfort without sacrificing real-world capability. And trust me, some of these choices will take you by surprise. Our first stop isn't some high-caliber hand cannon. It's a legendary plinker that has probably introduced more Americans to shooting than any other platform, the Ruger 1022. Since its debut back in 1964, this rimfire semi-auto, chambered for .22 long rifle, has earned its spot in the hearts of millions. At first glance, it may not scream defensive tech, but its role in this list is well earned. Standard carbine versions can weigh in at as little as 5 pounds or even less, with synthetic stocks and the recoil barely there. It's often described as a gentle push, making it perfect for long-range days or folks dealing with reduced hand strength. But don't let its reputation for backyard plinking fool you. The magic of the Ruger 1022 lies in its flawless rotary magazine, outstanding rimfire reliability, and an aftermarket so huge you could customize one from the ground up without a single Ruger component. Want a lighter barrel, improved ergonomics, or better sights? You've got options. Sure, a .22 long rifle isn't your go-to for stopping threats, but for someone older who can't manage a larger caliber, a well-placed burst from a 1022 in a home defense situation is absolutely a deterrent and potentially a lifesaver. Best of all, it builds shooter confidence through accuracy, not brute force. And you can pick up a base model for somewhere between $300 and $400. This rifle proves that effectiveness doesn't need to be loud or heavy, it just needs to work. Now, while rifles like the Ruger offer balance and ease of aiming, especially with that featherlight .22 long rifle recoil, many folks want something they can carry with ease and draw fast. That's where Smith & Wesson really stepped up with the M&P Shield EZ series. These striker-fired pistols, first hitting shelves in 2018, were purpose-built to be easy to rack, easy to load, and simple to maintain. Chambered in .380 ACP and 9mm, they were engineered with one goal in mind: accessible performance. The Shield EZ line's standout feature is the slide. It requires a fraction of the strength most compact pistols demand. If you've ever struggled to rack a slide due to arthritis or diminished grip strength, this gun is a game changer. Even the magazines feature a built-in assist tab to simplify loading. The 380 model tips the scale at just under 19 ounces and delivers recoil so soft it feels like a firm tap. The 9mm variant, coming in at around 23 ounces, is a touch snappier but still very manageable thanks to its frame design. These aren't just scaled-down handguns, they were designed from scratch with ease of use in mind. Highlights include a tactile loaded chamber indicator and an intuitive grip safety. While some may view the latter as unnecessary, for many shooters it adds another layer of confidence and control. Expect to find these pistols priced between $400 and $550. The Shield EZ proves you don't have to choose between firepower and user-friendliness, you can have both. Of course, for some shooters, the simplicity and reliability of a revolver still reigns supreme, especially when low recoil is a top priority. Enter the Smith & Wesson Model 317 kit gun. This isn't your grandfather's old-school, steel-framed .38 Special. Part of the Airlight series introduced in the late 1990s, this aluminum alloy J-frame revolver is chambered in .22 long rifle and usually holds 8 rounds. What sets it apart? The weight or lack thereof. This revolver comes in as light as 11 to 12 ounces, making it one of the lightest wheel guns you can buy. That ultra-low weight, combined with the gentle recoil of .22 long rifle, makes this handgun incredibly comfortable to shoot, even for those with significant arthritis or limited strength. Plus, revolvers offer true simplicity, no slide to rack, no external safeties to manipulate under stress. While it does include Smith & Wesson's internal locking mechanism, operation remains intuitive. Now let's be real. The .22 long rifle isn't anyone's first choice for stopping power. But as with the Ruger, the focus here is on accessibility, accuracy, and confidence. The double-action trigger pull is admittedly heavy, which can be an issue for those with weaker fingers, though you always have the option to cock the hammer for a single action shot. Price-wise, you're looking at somewhere in the $700 to $800 range, which reflects its specialized design and materials. The Model 317 kit gun is niche, no doubt, but if you're in the market for a revolver that's unbelievably light and gentle to shoot, this one deserves serious consideration. Once you've experienced the almost non-existent recoil of the .22 long rifle, you might start to wonder what's next, especially if you want something with a bit more stopping power, but without jumping into heavier recoil or bulkier platforms. That's exactly where smart caliber selection meets clever pistol engineering. And few pistols embody this balance better than the Ruger LCP MAX, chambered in .380 ACP. Ruger's original LCP, short for lightweight compact pistol, came onto the scene back in 2008 and immediately set a new standard for pocket-sized handguns. Then, in 2021, Ruger took the concept to a whole new level with the LCP MAX. This ultra-compact pistol weighs just a hair over 10.5 ounces unloaded. That's astonishing for a centerfire firearm. But the real standout here is the capacity, 10+1 round standard, with an optional 12+1 extended magazine. That's nearly double the payload of the original LCP, all in the same coat pocket footprint. The .380 ACP cartridge is already known for being easy on the wrist, and while any handgun this small will have a bit of jump, the LCP MAX is impressively tame. Ruger improved the grip texture and reshaped the frame for better control, and they upgraded the sighting system with a tritium front, a huge advantage in low-light defensive situations. Make no mistake, this is still a micro pistol. Some shooters with larger hands may find the grip short, and yes, it can be a little snappy in rapid fire. But it's a far cry from the uncomfortable bite of the original LCP. For anyone looking for an everyday carry firearm that practically disappears in a pocket or waistband, the LCP MAX is hard to beat. It offers excellent capacity, true concealability, and soft recoil in a defensive cartridge, all for a price point between $400 and $450. This is minimalist engineering done right, making it a strong choice for seniors who want a dependable tool without carrying a brick. But let's not make the mistake of thinking soft shooting pistols are a brand new idea. Some manufacturers have been solving this puzzle with elegance for decades. A prime example, the Beretta 30-32 Tomcat. Introduced in 1996, this compact pistol usually comes chambered in 32 ACP, though Beretta also offers similar designs like the 21 A Bobcat in 22 long rifle. What sets the Tomcat apart is its tip-up barrel design. With a simple press of a lever, the barrel hinges open at the breech, allowing the user to insert a cartridge directly into the chamber, no slide racking required. For someone with limited hand strength or reduced dexterity, this design is nothing short of genius. Weighing in at roughly 14.5 ounces, the Tomcat is no featherweight, but that extra mass helps soak up the already mild recoil of the 32 ACP, also known in Europe as 7.65mm Browning. This cartridge, once favored by European law enforcement, hits harder than a 22 but remains much softer shooting than 9mm, making it a smart compromise. The Tomcat typically holds 7+1 rounds, which is modest by today's standards, and its biggest strength is ease of use. That tip-up barrel isn't just convenient, it's a safety feature, allowing the user to inspect the chamber without pulling the slide. Earlier models had some issues with frame cracking when using hot loads, but later, Inex stainless steel versions improved durability significantly. As long as you stick to standard pressure ammunition, you'll get reliable performance. Prices generally run from $500 to $600, and while it's not the newest design out there, the Tomcat remains a refined and remarkably accessible pistol for those who need something easier to manipulate. Of course, some modern pistols have gone even further, building soft recoil directly into their mechanical systems. That brings us to one of the most overlooked pieces of German innovation in recent carry guns, the Walther CCP, especially in its M2 variant. At first glance, the CCP M2 looks like your standard compact 9mm polymer pistol. But once you shoot it, the difference is obvious. Walther engineered this handgun with their soft-coil gas delayed blowback system, which channels gas from the fired round to delay the slide's rearward motion. Instead of the sharper snap you get from traditional locked breech 9mm pistols, the CCP delivers a much smoother, more controlled recoil impulse. Weighing just under 22 ounces, it's light enough for concealed carry, but not so light that it becomes unmanageable. For recoil-sensitive shooters, this gun offers an excellent middle ground, the performance of 9mm with noticeably less kick. The slide is also easier to rack than most comparable handguns, making it senior-friendly without having to compromise on firepower. Early versions of the CCP had some quirks, most notably a takedown system that required a special tool. That issue was resolved in the M2, which now breaks down more like a conventional pistol. The magazine holds 8+1 rounds, giving you solid capacity in a soft-shooting, easy-handling package. Price-wise, you'll typically find the Walther CCP M2 in the $450 to $550 range. For older shooters who want to stick with 9mm but dread the recoil, the CCP M2 is a technical triumph. It shows that with the right engineering, you don't have to give up performance to gain comfort. You can absolutely have both. We've already explored how handguns can be refined for easy handling and soft recoil. But what if you're after the added control and stability of a long gun without sacrificing lightweight or simplicity? That's where ultra-light pistol caliber carbines step in. And leading that category is a standout design, the Kel-Tec CMR-30, first introduced in 2015. This compact carbine is chambered in 22 Winchester Magnum rimfire, a significantly hotter round than standard 22 long rifle, offering greater effective range and improved terminal performance. Despite being a full-size carbine, the CMR-30 is almost unbelievably light, weighing in at just 3.8 pounds unloaded. Kel-Tec achieves this by blending lightweight aluminum with high-strength polymer throughout its construction. The rifle features a collapsible stock for easy transport or tight storage, and it uses 30-round magazines, the same ones as its pistol counterpart, the PMR-30. In terms of recoil, it's incredibly tame, nearly as soft-shooting as a .22 long rifle, but with noticeably more punch at the muzzle, especially when fired from the CMR-30 16-inch barrel. Among its biggest advantages are its minimal weight, large magazine capacity, and the ballistic boost of the .22 Magnum round in a carbine format. It's also quite accurate and can easily be fitted with optics. That said, some users have reported mixed experiences with Kel-Tec's quality control, especially right out of the box. However, reliability tends to improve after a proper break-in period. Also worth noting, .22 Magnum ammunition runs at a higher cost than standard rimfire, which might be a factor for volume shooters, typically selling between $550 and $700. The CMR-30 is definitely a specialized platform, but for seniors or anyone seeking a high-capacity, featherweight, low-recoil defensive carbine, it's a prime example of how smart design can reshape expectations. From traditional rimfire pistols to advanced recoil, reducing gas systems, and ultra-modern lightweight carbines, today's firearm market offers more accessible options than ever before. And it's not just about bigger calibers or faster velocities, it's about making shooting more comfortable, controllable, and inclusive for people of all ages and abilities. Whether for personal defense or pure enjoyment, having the right firearm can empower users without relying on brute strength. So which of these firearms caught your attention? Or do you know of another lightweight, low-recoil gem that deserves recognition? Drop your thoughts and personal pics in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this exploration and appreciate content that respects both innovation and experience, please give us a like, share this with fellow enthusiasts, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into today's smartest defense tools. Disclaimer: this video is intended solely for educational and informational purposes. It does not advocate or promote the use, sale, or modification of firearms in any capacity.